signs Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. If you are drawn to this particular video, what we're going to be focusing on, the hidden secrets of the divine masculine's heart. So definitely picking it up off of my deck here. I've chosen 3 cards. I have not seen what the actual messages are, so we will discover them together. So feel free to go ahead and pause the video until you're able to decide which card you would like to end up watching, whatever the message is. And if that does not resonate for you, you are more than welcome to watch the other ones. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look and see, air signs, what it is that we need to focus on for number 1. So let me go ahead and set these guys aside. Let's take a look and see what that energy looks like here. All right, so let's grab the card. I'm willing to try again if you are. All right, so right off the bat, of course, you know if you're open to that or not. Something clearly has happened here between you and your masculine, so let's go ahead and clarify that. If you chose number 1, for air signs Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, general advice as always, so please do keep that in mind throughout your reading. All right, they're willing to try again. The question is, Divine Feminine, are you willing to try again as well? All right, we've got the World. Whatever happened here between the two of you, it does seem that that cycle has completed. Whenever I see this card, it reminds me of, you know, a story that's reached its last page. It's time to open up a brand new chapter, open up a brand new book to be able to see what else is coming in for you in a particular situation. We do have the 6 of Cups, clarifying that they do think about you and the connection so much. There's definitely this past connection that you guys have had. They remember the good times, but, you know, whatever might have challenged the partnership, they're remembering that as well. I feel at the end of the day, what they really are wanting is a reunion with you. We do have the 6 of Pentacles. That is followed by the 5 of Wands. So for number 1, I feel you guys could have had your fair share of disagreements and arguments because they might have had one foot out the door. They could have been interacting with other people. Whatever you guys were arguing about and really not seeing eye to eye, that challenged the partnership. And Divine Feminine, here you are. So you guys could have had some pretty intense conversations, disagreements, fights, you know, that might have had something to do with outside influences here, whether it was a person or something else got in the way of the two of you being together. So Divine Feminine, you might have decided, you know what, I can't do this. You know, you might have cut your masculine out of your life. 9 of Pentacles, it's a very solo, independent energy there. So what I'm kind of feeling here, Divine Feminine, is you might have discovered maybe that your masculine was investing their time and energy with somebody else. So you might have decided to set them free. It's like, if you want your freedom, I'm about to give it to you. All right, let's see what else. I apologize for that background noise here. We're getting some work done in the house. Interesting. We've got the 6 of Swords here. So, you know, one of you decided to definitely move on. And I'm just kind of feeling that for my feminine because there was something challenging the connection here. So you might have decided, you know, let me break free from this relationship. If they really want to be with somebody else, you know, I'm not going to stand in your way. Let's see what else. Yeah, now we've got the Lovers. You guys, we've got Gemini coming through here. This is an air sign reading. So you could be cross-watching for a Gemini, maybe specifically for this message. But regardless of signs, I feel that you and this person were very romantically connected. Could have been a very passionate relationship, you know, the physical chemistry off the charts, but they could have also taken on a lover. So there really could have been a love triangle here that really complicated the situation. All right, what else for number 1 here for air signs? And we've got the Knight of Swords coming up in the reverse. So impulsive and restless. You know, you could have been dealing with a masculine who just didn't stick around in one situation too long. You know, they might have gotten bored easily. They could have been very antsy, especially if things got too serious too fast. And maybe they couldn't handle that. you know, so they might have again decided to pursue somebody else. Could have been a love triangle here. It could have been a third party situation. But yeah, there's somebody here who wants another chance, another opportunity to return. Yep, and then we've got the Judgment card here. So we've got Libra representing itself here in particular. So I'm feeling someone from your past returning, or at least their desire to come back. That's clearly indicated here. Whether or not you decide to take them back, of course, that's your choice. That's your prerogative, but that's what somebody wants. And so this person from your past, they will return. That's what I'm seeing for number one. And it's up to you to choose, you know, through your own actions, your own choices, what it is that you're wanting when it comes to this person resurfacing in your life. Okay, so that's what I've got for number one. Let's go ahead and grab some insight for number two here. All right, give me 1 second. All right, so if you chose number two, here we are. I'm not very good at saying what's in my heart, but somehow I hope you know how much I love you. So you might have been dealing with a masculine who just was not very expressive with their emotions, their feelings. That could have been an issue. All right, so let's grab some insight for number two. Angels and spirit guides, please, for air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. General advice, as always, guys, please keep that in mind throughout your reading here and only take the parts of it that make sense, okay? All right, so they're not good at really expressing themselves, but they do tell you here they love you. Knight of Wands, okay, so right off the bat, we're already seeing that they might have had commitment issues. They didn't want to just stick around and be exclusive in the partnership. So they could have done things very impulsively. You know, you guys had your fair share of good times, but this person, this masculine, was also the type to not plant their flag in the connection. They could have been in and out of your life. But I feel they're now coming through as the Emperor. So if the Knight of Wands was the person that you had initially met, I feel they've evolved. They're now coming through as this Emperor. So maybe they've matured. They're a lot older. They understand, you know, what they've done to contribute to the challenges in this connection. And then we do have the Ace of Wands here. So it seems that they certainly want another opportunity to reconnect with you, Divine Feminine. You might, you know, hear some communication from your masculine. They might find a way to reconnect with you. Look at this. We have the Judgment card. I do feel your masculine has certainly gone through a transition in their life, some sort of transformation where they now see this situation in a very different light. You know, I feel that on their part, they want to be able to talk to you, to see you again, to apologize for treating you the way that they did, for not opening up fully. Okay, we do have the Six of Swords. I feel their focus is to just move on from what happened in the past. And, you know, maybe they also know, Divine Feminine, that you have also moved on with your life. I feel they don't expect you to just sit around waiting for them. And at this point, you might have already moved on to another relationship, but they're still desiring the opportunity to talk to you and reconnect. They also recognize that this is going to be a lot for them to try to convince you to give them a second chance, but they're also willing to do whatever is necessary to prove to you, Divine Feminine, how much you mean to them, how much they do care for you and love you. And they definitely want a new beginning here. That is what they're focused on. That's what they're wanting. They want another chance. They still believe in the connection. We also have the King of Cups representing the masculine. So warm-hearted, kind. Their heart is open. Whenever I see the King of Cups, they're definitely tapped into their feelings, their emotions. They've got a lot to say. They've got a lot to be able to really show you how much they care for you and love you. But they're also acknowledging what they might have contributed to this tower. Okay, let's see what else. What else for number two? right, we have the Three of Cups. So sometimes the Three of Cups can be a third-party situation. It can sometimes represent that love triangle, but this can also be indicative of better times ahead. So Divine Feminine, if you're open to reconnecting with your masculine for number one, they are telling you here that they're ready to give their all, okay? They're ready to invest in the connection. They're 100% committed to this partnership. Maybe they weren't in the past, but they are now. We have the Lovers representing Gemini for some of you. We've got Taurus coming through as well. So there could have been a love triangle. That's what's popping up here for me. They had commitment issues. They know that they certainly blew it here. They did something. They want to apologize for it. They know that they hurt you. They broke your heart. Look at that. And they just want a second chance. They want to be able to be a part of your life if you're willing to let them in. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Eight of Swords. They're feeling quite helpless because they're not quite sure if this can be a part of their reality. You know, they can desire it all they want, but if Divine Feminine, if you don't want that, then they know ultimately it's not going to go anywhere. That's what I've got for number two. All right, guys, if you have chosen message number 3, let's go ahead and see what that is talking about. What is it that you need to know? And again, I so apologize for all that background noise. Lots of work being done here in the house. All right, guys, so number 3. This is not the silent treatment. I just know anything else I say at this point will only hurt you. Okay, let's see, what is this about? So it's clearly an indication that there is no contact, there is not a conversation that's happening here in the 3D anyway between you and your masculine. Okay, so they might have decided to either end the partnership if they were interested maybe in somebody else, or if it wasn't that, then they know that anything that they say at this point, it really will end up hurting you. All right, let's clarify this for number 3. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Heartbreak, betrayal, loneliness. There's the separation right here. They know that they hurt you, and they know that they don't need to say anything further because it's not going to improve the situation. Look at the next card here, guys. 8 of Cups followed by the Tower, followed by the 7 of Cups. So they had other options and they decided to pursue those other options. It could have certainly been a third-party situation. Maybe Divine Feminine, you decided to walk away from your masculine. You know, you could be giving them the silent treatment as well. So something pretty major shook up this relationship. The foundation of it just crumbled. It fell apart. Wow. All right, what else for number 3? Some pretty challenging stuff here. 4 of Swords. So I feel this is quite needed, you know, to just be able to spend time apart from each other, to focus on healing, to spend time on your own, you know, and I feel the time apart has also helped this masculine to see the bigger picture, to see the value of what it was that they contributed to by way of this Tower moment. Wow. At the end of the day, we have a masculine here who's feeling that sense of loss because you are not in their life. Okay, they have so much regret about that. They had other temptations, perhaps outside of the connection. They could also have this addictive behavior that could have also contributed to maybe unhealthy attachments that they had with other people. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. I feel that's a part of their focus. They're really wanting things to turn around for the better, but this is coming through as a Divine Feminine that decided to end things or cut the masculine out because of something that the masculine did by way of their inability to commit in a relationship. We've got the Lovers that is followed by the Empress. So Divine Feminine, here you are. And obviously this masculine, you were romantically connected to them, but this can also represent the fact that they made different choices and they chose somebody else. They decided to pursue someone else here. But I'm telling you, with the Four of Cups coming through, this is a masculine who regrets very deeply their past choices, their actions, their behaviors, their words. They still fantasize about the opportunity to reconnect with you, Divine Feminine, but they also recognize that at this point, maybe it's just too much water under the bridge. It's too late, you know? Bottom of the deck, we've got the Six of Swords, okay? Calmer waters, very different energy from the Tower, representing a chaotic, destructive energy. So I feel this healing needs to be here, as well as the Four of Swords, both of you healing in your own way. And I feel, Divine Feminine, if you relate to this one, this is a masculine that you just decided to leave behind. You walked away from it. You know, basically, if they want to be with somebody else, you're giving them the freedom to pursue that. You weren't going to stick around and allow yourself to be treated like a second option here. So I do feel for this one, we have a masculine deep in their regret. They know that they contributed to why things ultimately did not work out. And it may continue to haunt them, honestly, for the rest of their life. That's what I've got for this one. All right, guys, so I'm going to leave that there. Hopefully, one of the three messages was able to relate to your situation and give you insight that helps you out when it comes to your connection with your masculine. If you'd like your own reading, that info is down below in the description box. And of course, I will link these decks down below as well. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time.